Tipene maviviatu, mamoni mau ilo mamanu, awa epahia oe, olo lele uwa o lai, olo ulo po o lai, o Tipene maviviatu, mamoni mau ilo mamanu, awa epahia.
Fa'alongo hao elangona. Fa'alongo inona si ufofonga. Yesu lo valaau. Yesu lo valaau. Ifuatu however noa. Toa tuline au emafaya. Yesu lo valaau. Yesu lo valaau. O tele mana o te vali ese. Liliu ese maia. Leai, o tele tai puli tua lava. O te tu maua te oe. Yesu apa mai.
le avatele ma le whaalalo o te moai whātulou whātalo whai suafa o Iesu Keriso I pa ia ma le mamalu Loa e tai ma pāpā au I maota Sauninga whale ainga nei So tātou tina pele Ya SIMOE Solomona Talofa lava Greetings to you all in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ Kuala, Kalvato, Malolele, Maloli Kulinaka Talofa Let us worship God Fear not For I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. E whapei o tangata wa whaamaise ina e lona tina. E whapea o na o whaamaise I atu. Tātou talo, let us pray. Mea tuoro mātou ora tanga. Mātou te mua I sā ili atu I le mi ngāo mare ngā wai. Ina ia pai mai lawa lo o nganga. Ia mātou lango nai upu le ola. Ia tupu atiri ai lo mātou whamoe moe. Malangona ai le mauti noa ma le whana. Gracious Lord, lift us from the darkness of death into the light of your peace and love. Mātou wala tu ala I swafo Iesu Keriso. Amen. Ya tātou pese vina I tua pese duas e lau duas pulmani lima a so leva. So le pasa ole O le whaitawina le piong whaia le kua le atai te nai tātou nisi. O le tātou ainga, tātou rana Solomona, Maotio, Ufanga. Our Bible reading will be led by some members of our family.
Salamo alusul tolu, uyopa, ulopelea mamoe oia, elisine o te matibai, na te angea o te elewa mua o te tatuai, na te taitari o te ame tatawhawai e tapenenu, na te whakawisia mai lo onanga, na te taitari o te uiala le ringa tonu. Ona lona swapa, e rila le nau savavile manu i a tau le mati, o te leke la besime le ama. Awa o e tatu ma. Lala amala tutu le whama whanapane ni apu. It's lala mai nea I le lawai ma ui luma o e I te mai I te apu. Wa e whaauina la ui swa u. Wa tamasa sora e ku. E muli mai e te au e ama lena le loka ia sora le lana. O tena fofoi I le whale. O yoga yasa te lava.
John chapter 14, verse 1 to 6. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And whither I go ye know, and the way ye know. Thomas said unto him, Lord, we know not whither thou goest, and how can we know the way? Jesus said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Thank you. O le taimini nei wala watu I rawa ma le whaarala I a tātou wainga na lua. E no tātou no I mau. It is now time for our eulogy and our treatments.
Can I just get the grandchildren up, please? God's good. All the time. All the time. Okay, we're still doing 2 snippets today, so the first lot of speeches and stuff will be done by a few of the grandchildren. Then we're going to have a sing-song, and then we'll get the siblings and the children of Nana to speak. So if I can first just ask our cousins to just come up, don't block the camera, but just for moral support, please. Come stand. But I first will have a speaker here, a little speaker. We'll just have a few from the dark side, Australia, to say a few words here in New Zealand as well before we get the tributes from New Zealand, please. The dark side is still coming, so we'll get our first speech from Uncle Angi's family. It's our cousin Daly.
started now.
Try and get this to go. I've asked somebody to help me with some Psalm 1, so.
You're right there. You'll be okay, Daddy.
Let's go, Bilge.
E mua lava ona awatu le whawhetai tele I lo tātou tamā o I le langi. Whawhetai mo le avanoa e whai ai sau mo le mau mo nana. O te whawhetai le atua ona o le whaamoemoe I le toi a whio whaalua mai o Iesu lo tātou whaaola. Just before I said that, my auntie said you only have 2 minutes. So I've got a minute left. My name is David. I am the third son of Tilangi, the eldest of Nana's children. And I might just share one memory, but before I don't want to read a text because I think it's been shared already in Brisbane and during the week, and it reminds me of Nana. So it's Proverbs 31, 28 to 31. Where it talks about a woman of God, and it says, her children stand and bless her, her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last. But a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised.
Amen.
Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise. So, I think my 2 minutes is up, but my memory of I want to share one memory from that, and it's already been shared throughout the Brisbane service, but the thing that amazes me of Nana, so Mum and Dad kind of went, Mum and Dad always encouraged us to go to church, to Sunday school, but although they didn't come with us, it was Nana that sort of planted those seeds for us. So just want to acknowledge Nana for just being the woman of God that she is, and taking us to church every Sunday, and helping us grow to become the children that we are today. It's because of her. So I just want to thank God for her faith, her consistency. It's been shared, I'm sure you'll hear it again, but Nana, without a doubt, always prayed, and she sung her hymns every morning, and everybody in Northland Street could hear that. And so that's one thing I'm going to take away from Nana. Love her and thank God for just the time that I got to spend with her. Thank you.
Sorry, last minute addition here. My name is David Solomona. I am the second eldest grandchild of SIMOE Solomona. Kind of been asked to speak a little bit on behalf of family that live in Australia. But yeah, God is good.
All the time.
Oh, man, let's be happy in here, right?
Yes.
So yeah, no, I just quickly just want to just talk about my grandmother. I was really fortunate. I grew up pretty much my whole life with my nana. I grew up in a house next door to her until I turned 14, and then our house was too small, and I finally got my own bed when I was 15. I got to live in the room across from her in the hallway, and like my brother Davey said, every morning without fail, 5 o'clock in the morning, my grandmother was our alarm clock. And every morning without fail, she would start with whakatalo, she'd do her pese, and then she'll slam her radio on and roll it to listen to the radio. My cousin Langi talked about in our Brisbane service how she would do her birthday shout-outs. But the two things that I really wanted to kind of encourage my family, but to speak about for my grandmother was She loved her family and she loved God, and she prioritized those two things over everything in her life. And for my family, if there's one thing that I can encourage you with, is to honor her by doing the exact same thing. The importance of family, the importance of God. My grandmother was the big conduit between my family and going to church. She was the person who encouraged us. She's the one that pushed us. She's the one that asked, who went to Sunday school. When we had our Sunday school exams, if you came first, you were her favorite. My brother Dave was probably the only favorite in the family. But my grandmother was a big believer in going to church, and I am a child from PIC Newton. I am so proud to have grown up in that church. I'm so proud to love my church. I'm so proud to have been a kid who grew up going to church, being at part of Sunday school, moving into Bible class, and being one of those kids that when I was too old to be in the class, I stayed at Bible class. And that was mainly because my grandmother pushed us to go to church. She encouraged us to insert God into everything that we did. She encouraged us to be around our family. She talked to my parents about pushing their kids to go to church. My uncles they might have Christmas at our house. My grandmother would walk out on the deck. They'd all hide their smokes. They'd all put their beers away. They all knew exactly what she was like. When we were growing up, we knew on a Sunday, she would scream at us for not, for playing outside. We'd all be real quiet, so she went back in and we'd try and jump outside and play again. But my grandmother loved Jesus. She loved God. And I'm so encouraged by the fact that for over 35 years, she did that by herself. She did that by herself without fail. She loved God, and she said, man, my husband's not here, I will take that mantle and I will push it upon my family. And I heard a preacher speak about it, and he said, man, if there was one thing that you could encourage your family, and it was Jesus, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you prioritizing that above everything, above sport, above work, above career? If there was one thing that you could do, it would be encouraging. And I feel like my grandmother had a grasp of that. The pastor in our Brisbane service, he said, she's gone. Who's next? Who's next in our generation? Who's next to get up at 5 o'clock? It might not be the 5 o'clock, but who's next to carry that on? Who's next to encourage our children? I guess for us, that's exactly what we want to do. I want to honor my grandmother. I want to say, I love you, Nana. God bless you. And I thank my aunties. I thank you, Lena, Babs. I want to thank my Uncle Bone. I want to thank my Uncle D. I want to thank my cousin Sere, Zao. I want to thank Marja. I want to thank KJ. I want to thank Jenny and Mo for the last few years, for loving on Nana, for having her in your house and blessing us with this lady. And I want to thank my uncles and my aunties, and I want to thank my auntie Sika. Thank you for loving for Nana. We had the best example of parents and aunties and uncles that showed us how to love and honor our mom. And they did that. They prioritized it over everything. And I want to thank you. And I want to thank my cousins. Some of them are sitting in the back room that I was just standing with about 2 months ago. I want to thank my cousins that over the last few days have been coming in and helping out. Thank you for honoring Nana with your service. I want to thank you guys. And I want us to actually take heed of what Nana did in our lives. I want us to understand that she encouraged us to have this relationship with God. It's our encouragement for us today as we leave this place, as we leave the service, that our encouragement is that we have this relationship with Jesus. And I want to thank you all for coming here today. Thank you for those that have come and brought a seat of offer to our family. They come and supported us, loved us, backed us, prayed for us, cried with us, laughed with us. I want to thank everyone here in New Zealand and everyone in Australia as well. And just on behalf of myself, my wife, and my 3 daughters back in Brisbane, I love you, Nana. I can't wait to see you again, and I'll see you at home. Yeah, manuia lomalanga. Thank you.
It's good reading.
Let's go, Ray. Yes.
Patalo Fatima Marmu, but you walk here, my need to like Pamela Twino. On the old, my soy for Nilo Mature Mato. Yeah, Nasia Fiapo, I don't need to answer. Or our Regina, or Leo Mature Mila.
Ray. Let's go, Ray.
O Mila Lona, Walla Matua. O you boy more than Fatali, my own tina. Yeah. O Mato for it. Safan Nam feel like some. Yeah. So, my woman's tongue, my lumatua. A daily lumtua. Ilmatsama, our Matsama, ma or Betano for it. Salatisha was 5 week boy. Mafailona I. Yeah. Nana. Nafa di Yula Molimau. Ilingana Malama Metoto Nolo. I feel my need to la. Salo Falava, my name is Redina. I'm the eldest daughter of my grandmother's second son, Mila. Memories of me and my grandmother were short but sweet. Because we lived in Samoa, every year my dad made it a mission to make sure either me or my brother Tabitha were on the plane to see our grandmother, whether it was for Christmas or New Year's, her birthday or Mother's Day. Our grandmother to our dad was the epitome of why he strived. Everything else came second. If Nana wanted something today, he will make sure she has it. Every time he flew to New Zealand, she made sure that he had the best steaks for his dinner. My Uncle Mangi and my Uncle Se'e can attest to that because they were never a fan of why he was always treated this way. So, yes, that's my Nana. Another memory I have of my Nana is the 5 o'clock wake-up calls in the morning to do the local, especially because I came from Samoa. And then we went onto the bus and we took the whole day riding the bus. I have no idea where we went, and all I knew was we stopped off at Point Chef somewhere and she came out with money and I was like, wow, and she goes, so yeah, those are the short snippets and memories of me and my grandmother. Nana, when we tell you malanga, lots of love, kisses and hugs to Grandpa, Dad, and baby Tifina. Joy for my Good evening, everyone. This is just a snippet of Nana and Grandpa's grandchildren. They still live more in Australia and Samoa. I just wanted you to come and see their beautiful faces because they're all too shy to speak tonight. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to celebrate the life of our matriarch and our Nana. My name is SIMOE Solomona. Sorry. And after 12 grandsons, I am the oldest of Nana's granddaughters and the first to carry her name. Our Nana was a hard lady. There was never affection or hugs, lollies or special treats or daily outings. But there were daily prayers, yearly birthday shout-outs on Radio Samoa, bus rides to Mangri and Rendell's, and being taken to family lavis, or getting Auntie Linga and Auntie Baba to come pick us up to serve the kopai and koko at the Saipori meetings.
I always saw Nana as a hard lady, but now looking back at her life, I realized she had to be the mother figure from 7 years of age. And then when Grandpa died, she played both roles for the past 30 plus years. So left the only way she knew was tough love, survival, and endless prayers. There are only about 8 of us girls and about 30 boys. So after all the many grandsons got married, she came to me and said, "Moi, my dream before I go to heaven is to see one of my granddaughters get married." So faithfully, Ray got married in Townsville. Helena got married in Townsville. Yeah, so sorry, Nana, I'm still praying for our oil to come on days like this, and at loads of funerals, I always hear people say, "I hope I make you proud one day." But Nana, I know I made you proud. Yes. When I led the family devotions, when I did your family tribute for your 80th birthday, and when I walked across that stage and graduated. You did not have to speak, but the tears in your eyes and the smile said it all. I only saw you on video these past 5 years, so for me, I still see you as that strong, hard, God-fearing lady. At every family formal, Nana would always enforce to her children and us grandchildren, do not be scared. Why are you scared? You have a mouth to speak. You know English words. Use them. Everyone is born with a brain. No one is born stupid. So use your words and use your brain and love each other. We're fortunate as well that Nana got to spend time with all of her grandchildren, whether it be in Samoa, in Sydney, in Townsville, or in Brisbane, or in New Zealand. When it was winter, she would be in a warmer country, and she got to build relationships with everyone. She saw a majority of her great-grandchildren grow up as well, and we are so grateful that she lived to see 4 generations. She lost her husband, her son, and her granddaughter, yet still stood strong in her faith to her last breath. Go now, Nana, your work here is done. Rest with your maker, your husband, your son, and your granddaughter. I will always remind the top 4 to hold hands, to always look after each other, and to lead this family into the new future. Manuia lo mananga, Nana, we love you. Let's get all the uncles and aunties now for the song, please. Just as we are getting ready to sing these songs, if you're wondering why we're singing these songs, these are the songs that Nana used to sing with her sons as she was cleaning every Saturday morning. She made her own remixes to them, but we're going to sing the versions of Google. So this is a tribute we did to her at her 70th birthday, so please enjoy.
Blow up to low.
Paper roses, paper roses. Oh, how real those roses seem to be. But they're only imitations, like your imitation love for me. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Hey, Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future So keep my love in your heart. Remember the tales we told. For with my love in your heart, my darling, you will never grow old. Mo'omo'oma Samoia Italo Sama, Italo Sama, Sana no Fofa, Tasile Neo Langa, Aolene, Uabala, Wina Hoe, Wina Hoe, Oasa, Ualeo Leo Mamoe, Usue, Usue, Oia Tumaletani, Tumaletani, Hermana tua, Aina Olofatani, Olofatani, Uabalawina, Nei oile, Tupuile Lani, Tupuile Langi, Laupenina, Oila Upeletsasi. If I might Paulo Leke Visiano, Maoni, Fasiaina, Pua Paseo, Osi, no foi tunga mau, Tato Tino, Oli, Atawi Langi, Lo Sano Kuhoni, Musue, Oia Tumaletani, Mana tua, Aina Olofatani, Uabalawina, Nei oile, Tupuile Langi, Olaupenina, Oila Upeletsasi.
Can I just ask any of the uncles who are going to speak now as children to come up now, please?
Taro falava le pa ia man mamanu le au fie, poto fo ia wā le nei aso taua. Aso sa linga mo pa le aina mo le mātou tina me lei. Ano fa fo ia suma le to ina malolo man malo pala koko. E fo ia suma le fa te lenga ia himi Richmond. Au whainga nena pa ia le tua o poto. Lasi foi tātou e kā le sia pele e mātou tina. Tā lofa lama. I see a lot of sad faces. It's a happy day. That's what Mum will be here whispering to us. Au le tangi sisi. Ai o one feel deep. Especially if the families that have been coming and visiting us and bringing strength to the weak hearts. Thank you. My memory of my mom and I, she was one of these hard ladies. My brother said one time, if you hear Mum say you think I'm stupid, you run. And if you're slow at running, yeah, you know what's following you. Yeah, no. But like the grandchildren said, she was a good lady of faith. She loved her God. She loved her family and her extended family. She was one person that always likes to meet with her family. She liked her matanga tina. She loved the choir, of which her husband was a basic, or I think about 8 years in the old faith basic. But she still considered that PIC Church was her home, and still is her home, although she went to Australia for a while. But, well, my sister saved my 2 minutes is up already. And I'm saying that, I just want to say thank you, one and all, for coming today. We'll have more words to say on Wednesday as we enjoy our time with our mum. Yeah, and just release her to the place that one day all of us will go to. Yeah, and we are in the one that they do. Yeah, so if you
I think a lot of has been already said about my dear mum, and I want to utilise my 2 minutes to the max, and that's I was with mum when we were growing up. It is true. She was a very, very hard woman, and if she ran the ship and you didn't do your job correctly, you'd not be surprised if you found thrown overboard. She ruled, and as been mentioned a couple of times, if you saw Christopher Fury or Big Time Wrestling, WWF, and that sort of carried in, boxing, kickboxing, he had all the skills. But on saying that, it was for the better of us, because we did wrong, and once we got our sasa or whatever, it corrected us. It kept us in line, it taught us to respect, but the greatest gift she gave us was God. Was God. And through that, as you heard from the prayers, every time we had meetings and our work was over, she always told us, Gilio, kasi al me mia na uma go wolf that fun. And we literally took that if anything happened to our brothers or a brother was for some reason, the first reaction was the reaction when she taught us that we would chase that boy that hurt our brother. And as it turned out, with all our family, we are not only siblings, but we're the best of friends. We always get to each other. And that's what Mum gave us, and it's the gift. And Mum, what more can I say? Yeah, good. We love you, Malama. Love you. Love you. Love you. So
I was just up here to do some moral support, but I can hear my mum. I've been living in Australia for the last 20 years plus, and when my mum got diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia, I was fortunate enough to be in town when I could fly there and see all the time. So I'm one of the lucky siblings that got to see Mum. I was there when Mum gasped her last breath, and she went in peace. And I'm so, I don't know if I'm fortunate or unfortunate enough to be there, but I saw that, and you know, she was, like everyone said, she was a great woman. She loved God. She taught us to love God. You know, and I just want to say how much we're gonna miss her. Even though she was bedridden, just gonna miss her presence, miss her, you know, her looking at me with disapproval, which wasn't many times. a couple of times like that. But I'm really going to miss having that time with her. But I know that she's where she belongs up in heaven. The Lord has got many rooms up there for her and for all of us. And I just want to say thank you, Mum, and I love you very much.
I'm Mangi, I'm the second youngest brother. So I was supposed to be here for a while, so there's so much I would like to say about my mum, but cut it short. There's no other way that I would choose than a hard 5 fingers of death. She was a real Whasa Moa lady. She was from the pioneers that came from New Zealand, and the only thing that they came with was our culture. And it was a hard culture, because things changed when the missionaries came to the islands, and Christianity played a big part of our upbringing. And Christianity was a big part of our upbringing. It started off with our churches, then brought us into our towns and made us a community. And Mum, just your love for your family, the way that you were, you never changed, Mum. All the fussies that you said to me one time, she said, I saw her and I walked past and she showed her weakness, and I walked past after Sasa and she was looking in the ceiling, and I said, Mum, what's wrong? And she said, I Sasa you because I love you. And I said, Mum, I love you too. But the next day she was back to normal. She never saw you. Mum, I love you and thank you for your ways. You were the best.
Yes.
The reason I didn't get up with the brothers is it's hard trying to make an impression when you're surrounded by stars. So thank goodness they sat down. Well, I came into the family almost 50 years ago. Had circumstances with my family I was living with at the time. The house had burnt down, and so there was really nowhere for us to go. So Bo brought me to the home, and he didn't go to see Mama. He went to see the old man. He said to the old man, the house is burned down, can you come and stay? The old man said, sure, not a problem at all. And then he goes to tell the old lady, and she goes, you can imagine the types of heavy words that she had to say. But over the years, she grew to love me. She was there when I married my beautiful wife. She was there when we had our children. She was there when we had our grandchildren. She's been there all of our lives. And so we're really grateful for that. But we're also grateful that she's gone. She's had a good life.
Yes.
She's done everything that I think a grandmother and a mother could do. There's nothing left for her to do. And it's up to us to carry it on. One quick memory, just 30 seconds. In the old days we had 50 or 60 children at Christmas. There were so many children in our house in those days. And so we had to buy gifts for all of them. And quite often we would end up with no gifts for especially the uncles. We had nothing. We didn't get any gifts from anyone. What she used to do is, she used to buy a packet of scorched almonds. And no, we never got the packet. She'd wrap them individually. it was about the thought. It wasn't about anything else, and we really, that's one of the special things that I really appreciate. She gave us something, and we had nothing. Mama, manuila umrado.
I'm mindful of 2 minutes. Thank you very much.
Starting now.
So that we can all cry, and I'm not going to cry. Yes. Psalm 23. E ulama ina usamani ni manu ya tole uti. Uti ne fete lava isenele awa oe tati patasma. Ola au maluto to famaka fanendaya. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will not fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and staff will comfort me. I think most of the good stuff and the funny stuff, we've heard from my brothers, and the grandchildren had just come by, so it's making things easier for me now. Good memories of, I'm so sorry, I just carried on because it's been funny. Onehunga o SIMOE Solomona, Tipene. Wa uole na usama samwa oma. Olo tinale na Onehunga matasi ya te awa. So Northland Street was my family when I came, for school, and she was my mother. So I was a daughter to her, and she was a mother. And everything that's been said, she was very firm. She was very tough. Ole tinai ote, e whaatonu, e whaasino. Ia a tuai fo'i ona e malamalama, ma e whaalungu. Ia, ole nā utu whaalungu whaafonga ia. Ole sasa lava meso. And I seen her right hand. And I know my brother Mangi was the one that used to get the right hand. And it was because Mangi wasn't very good in listening. So it doesn't matter whether he gets the right hand today, you'll do it again tomorrow. He gets it again. My brother Mila was one of them. Mila was the one that unsuspect. That's what you call it in Samoa. So he used to get the backhand. If not backhand, you'll get the broom. So, and whatever is closer to her. So, yes, as the boys have said, the kung fu, the whatever. If you're not quick, then whatever is beside you, it's following. And one good memory I remember from Mama, as a family, because there were so many of us, Sunday lunches, she used to make a big pot. So there's no different dishes. We always had one big pot. If it's chop suey, it's it's about that big. And then she'll cook. We had a roster of who is on duty on Sunday to help her. These girls were young. I think Papa wasn't around. Linga was young. And then we had teams. And Okavika was my partner in crime. And she'll cook the pot. And she'll say, sure enough, we'll have half of the Bible class that will turn up and have lunch. And our family lunch will finish in the morning. And then after church, on Sunday, straight to Connor's bakery, and we get the hot bread, and that's out every Sunday. And the other good memory I had of her she loves, she's a woman of God. I know that, it's been said, when she gets up in the morning and just do a loku, she'll sing, she'll pray. It doesn't matter whether you're sleeping. If you're sleeping, if she does it by herself, she'll do it by herself. But they had this small group of couples from the church. I always remember that le atawa e Tipene, Lisa and Alisa and Langai and Lao, they used to come and play supi at home. Once a month they'd come and do their supi, and she'll come and she'll say to me, so she'll come forward. And me for my kupele. Yeah. And then I'll say, I'll get pone mama. Paka o mai kakopusa masinga le. Wala makakopusa masinga le fa pakai. Ai kia ko e kia ko opele. Yeah, she'll say to me, yeah, fai ki. Mata ata, fai le kia ko e mama kua. Wai umangi wai mo e so lunch money. Sure enough I get my lunch money under there. It's some of my food there, more netani, more matanga matina. Mama, you man return la wala malanga fa. Time on me uma, but I lo malofa. So it's for on the soup.
Thank you for the opportunity. Oro ingoa o Sephora Georgina Moingoa. So I'm standing here to give testimony on behalf of my father. My father was SIMOE's brother, but the story begins in Sutton Bay. In Sutton Bay was a couple called Moingoa Ua and Sephora. They had 8 children. The second of their children is SIMOE, who had a younger brother who was Sone. SIMOE is the great-grandmother to everybody who is here. So SIMOE married a Sapolu. They had 3 sons. The oldest son is called Moingoa. The second son is Mila Solomona, Mila Sapolu, and the third son is Neil Sapolu. My father was the son of Sone, who was SIMOE's younger brother. So he grew up in Sutton Bay, and he was about the same age as his nephews and things. And it was decided, Moingoa Ngalu went to Sutton Bay, and he brought Dad over as a brother to his daughters who were living in Wainganga, because they had lost their brother Ngalu. And his daughters who were living in Wainganga at the time were Epinesa, Sephora, Iboli, Leah, and Sialene. And once Dad went to school, he went to school in Maluafo in Solo, and his dad at the time who adopted him, Moingoa Ngalu, called his sister, his oldest daughter, SIMOE, who was living in New Zealand at the time, and said, my son has finished school, and Dad used to tell the story, what he used to do was ride a donkey to get football. That was his money, and he called on his daughter SIMOE to bring his son for his future to New Zealand. So that's how he arrived in New Zealand. When they came, they were living in Georgina Street. My mother tells the story that Dad was busy when I was born, but my uncle Langi, he visited Mum, and we lived on Georgina Street, hence I got the name Georgina as the middle name. Okay, and one of my earliest memories of Auntie SIMOE, I didn't get her first. I got just love, pure love from her. When we moved from Georgina Street to Brown Street, she used to ring to find out how I was doing. And that happened the whole time. One of the other things that SIMOE, we've all heard her love of God, but she also really loved her family. We had a mafutanga, and Lina and all the others would testify. They used to, it wasn't just about whalavelave, it was just getting together and having a really good time. They used to play poker, they used to play sweepy, they used to brag about their children, they used to nag about their children, and even though the boys might talk about getting the hand, SIMOE always put food aside, and would say, who's this food for? Is it for your grandchildren? And she would say, no, it's for Paul. One of the other boys, she continued to do that. And so, the last few years, the only time we got to see SIMOE was through FaceTime, and Lena and Baba, I really thank you for still including us, and she leaves us with our hearts full and a legacy of love, honour, respect, and she will always live in our hearts. And thank you for caring and honouring for your mother, and thank you for always being there. And I know the family will, maybe small, not your branch, but their legacy will live on. Auntie,
I'm speaking on behalf of my mum, the late Baba Timu. Mum and Auntie SIMOE are first cousins through the lineage of the Safolu Aina. Now, I just want to share an aspect of them being in their elderly years. So, in their elderly years, they would secretly arrange, my mum and Auntie SIMOE would secretly arrange to meet for lunch, and would never tell their daughters where they were going and what time they were coming home. So there'd be a lot of texting and ringing with Cousin Linga as to where our 70 plus daughters had gotten to. And yes, I agree with Cousin Tina that at the Mafutanga, every month we would always pack Paul's extra large goblin bag. But then Cousin Linga had her 2 beautiful boys, so we all managed to pack 5 XL gold bags for Toll and beautiful nephews Toll and Seti. To describe this beautiful soul, it would take a couple of manuals to share, but here are my most memorable memories that stand out for me with our beautiful Auntie SIMOE. 1. She was sassy. She can enter a room and immediately people will be drawn to her. She was such a free spirit and who loved to laugh, banter and humour all those around her. She was like the life of the party, absolutely loved and adored being the centre of attention, always loved dressing up. She would ooh and ah at whatever puletasi or hat I and my cousins would buy for her, and would spend many hours stroking the items of what she had received. Oh yes, how can I forget? Awa I ngaro I le i stick. Number 3, her tenacity and strength to strive after the best in bringing up our amazing cousins. We acknowledge her. We all knew that she absolutely loved, lived and adored her children. She would rave about, little do they know, about what each child was up to and how they were doing. What other mother wouldn't rave about her growing rugby league team? 4, her true love for our God, as we've heard all night, her ecclesia, and most of all her children, and her Solomona dynasty. And of course, us as her beloved Aina. Lastly, to my beautiful cousins in the Solomona dynasty, you each have a remarkable trait of your mother, nana or great-nana. May her legacy alongside with uncles live on in each and every one of you. Auntie, ya mangia lo malanga.
This is your joy.
Yeah, just see your leg, Auntie's here. Auntie's here, leg, she's here. Auntie's here.
Auntie's your leg.
No.
Ya, marwa kuma kaya tingi kaya minera fia lo ngo aki sa ko au le wi yo le fa ngo makai amau ngo sa ko lo la ngai yo le ulu mapua o le uso o ati moyo o e fini sa ya o le au mai ye la ka ma awa fa fika o le mai ya le ya o ngai mafukanga malau atia kaluai o mai ia o lua fe se fulu lima na koe la ai I anti langa walu se fulu kau sanga na manu mawela ka ma I langa o langa na fia fakas ia ka fitai anti mo me o mangai fai mo la ka ma ke minga e so fuai na e avia langa ia pese akali ma se uso ma ko ngani I o whanau ke minga e so fua mai ai ia o anti o ia she's born on the 6th of October. Me, I'm born on the 5th of October. I stood up here so I could sing a song in tribute of her. 5 months ago I lost my husband, so I understand what it's like to grieve. Let the Lord be with us today, and I'm going to sing a song in memory of Auntie. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven at home when Jesus is my portion? I constant friend is He. His eyes is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I love you, Auntie. I'm going
Yes.
mai tātou mōri mau, e mare tō pēsi o tātou tina, mele leina i whaia. Tātou talo, let us pray. We thank you, O God, for our loved one whose life we honor and remember this evening. We are grateful for this one's vibrant faith, consistent witness through a godly life, and for a powerful influence upon family, friends, church, and communities. We pray especially for the grieving family. May they feel your comforting presence with them and know your perfect peace within them. May they experience the reality of your sustaining strength. May they realize our love for them and be encouraged through our prayers for them each day. This evening we are reminded of the brevity of life. Help us to live each day with gratitude for your blessings, with deep commitment to Jesus Christ, and with vibrant hope of eternal life through faith in Him. Pai mai lava lo mana tama. Na emu whai ina mātou maua le malosi mai tofi le mo. E mātou maua le mau tinoa mai whātou tua. E whāwau na mātou malanga. I le tautaina o nai o mātou ainga. I le tautuaina o lau mātou. Ma le mōni mawinga o le mōni mawina o le winga o le tala le leima o lofa. Pāmalia mai. Nā tō wana watu e ala i suafo i Jesu Keriso. Amen. Now we will sing our next hymn. I'll break our heart.
Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the earth and
Kai da sunga ko ina. Mana fa ngaru ngar ko kala le mango. Ele ngamal la nga pa ule awal. O SIMOE. Ole makaia. Ole mawingoa. La le o kurai o suri ka makaia. La fa ngau mai. Sa vai mai lo. My children, can you come forward now? Maria will follow me, love you, favor. Auntie, ang aking langonga may awa, pagkari ko ngumaranga, e maliw ka nga ay faalongo nga. Ya, tasang ay kamay. Ya, fasong mo kung for non-Samoa speaking, she's my aunt from Mateus Hawaii family. So we sing a song.
Thank you.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, help me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me on.
Tau tungal tui. Mo'onga Samoa Metalo Sana Metalo Sana Sana Lafo Pata Sile Neio Lama Aole Nei Ualala Awina Awina Ore Mai Paulo ole Cristiano Famaoni Akuakuama Matinga ina seyo ileoti Mau itu mamau Ometinga ayorigo Kai info mai umaka ko I vai pe au. Kai mo la mo. No.
For coming out of your retirement to come and sit at the family tonight and also at the funeral. And also the wife in our midst, the family process. I'd like to acknowledge the Secretary of the SIMOE. He's the one behind the picture who is making a connection with the family. With the program, the preparation. So thank you, Onesi, and all the elders of the church. And also the Mawasora was looking at the sermon. Just that he's sick tonight, can't make it. So God bless you and all the families. Lord, open our eyes, we may see the wonder of your word. Our sermon in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. I'd like also to thank all the speakers before me for tonight's service. Awale atu wale onto loto. Let not your hearts be troubled. We are facing trouble every day. And our heart is the center of who we are as human beings. I want to share something that happened to myself and my wife. This is back in 2005-06, when we were newly
ordained or inducted to the meeting. After 11 years in Dunedin, Christian Church, we came up to replace Akara. Myself and Mama went to St. Luke Mall to have something to eat. And I hardly know Mama. I've seen her at church, always smiling, always hello at the door and goodbye. But we were just amazed because we were walking through the mall, and Mama sent one of his grandchild. I think it's the big guy at the back. He was more at the time. He ran after us and gave us some money to buy our lunch. And it's something that we can't forget. It hits in the heart. Because, as I say, I hardly know Mama. But I think when I hear who she is, the first commandment, the greatest of all, love the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul. And that was the first commandment. The second one is love your neighbors as you love yourself. So I'm more or less a neighbor, a Tukaren, a minister at PIC meeting. So thank you, Mama, for your gift. From that time until now, we never forget. There are other more families within the Samoa group who does the same thing as Mama. The special respect of the ministers within our PIC unit. I also like to say thank you to the Solomon families for taking PIC meeting throughout the world, on the field, wherever you are. May God continue to bless Mama SIMOE for your children, grandchildren, who are not only promoting the Solomon family, but the PIC unity, the mother of all PIC churches. So, let not your heart be troubled. The reason that Jesus spoke these words, because the disciples, the followers, were disturbed after hearing that Jesus is going to go away. He is going to go back to the Father. They were troubled because of what Jesus said. Jesus also spoke about going to the cross. The reason being to die for mankind, to give life to all who believe and trust in Jesus Christ. Mama has been preparing the children, the grandchildren, the families to get to know Jesus Christ. Their heart to prepare the family to be saved. Salvation only through Jesus Christ. Let not your hearts be troubled. Why? Because I am going to prepare a place for you. If you know that Jesus is going to prepare a place for you, why should you be troubled?
Amen.
You may ask questions like, maybe I would have spent more time with Mama. Maybe I should have listened to some of the words that she spoke to me. Maybe I wanted to say a last word of farewell to Mama. And Mama kept quiet to herself. She won't be troubled. She was probably saying to the children, to all families, don't be troubled. Don't worry about me. I know where I am going.
Amen.
Okay? I know where I am going. Do you know where you are going? After you pass away from this life. The second thing that Jesus confirmed to his disciples, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one goes to the Father but through me. No other way, no other religion, no other faith. Only the man himself, the Son of God, who gave his life, that you may have life. Thank you, Mama, for your faith. Thank you for your service at the Lineage. May God bless you in the name of Jesus. Amen.
O le viva o le tua, e se slau ona sepulu lima. Se talai mai le to the King eternal, immortal, invisible, to God who alone is wise, the honor and glory forever and ever. Amen.
Ia SIMOE ma wapa o ta whaia tarinami. Whaftai, whapea o reso maka o whau tangata matua whapea. E fo I mai lo matua le I. Whaftai. E le lava upu. Mista mata, o tia iho. Ma whai au tau me tau pati. Alo whanau, ma le ainga. Roto to tele. Wa tasi lea ai no tēro tātou rotu ni toni. O le whanau, sa whaafai dele e mauawa, i evre tō whai a tarinani na SIMOE i rora aina. O le one li mea, pe antou si sila mai nei ma fia. Pe sili atu o i tata e au. Muni e tue ngā whakatai te wai, mana i uso, o tu whaafine, o i umarawa. Na iei no tō whina ngā me ta pena mai no matua i teu nei. Whaafitai. Whaafei tō wā rofa ia, mawawa. Ni lawa upo e whai e pese tala ne e fiafi. Ai, e mawai a whaatui e tu mawar filufi. O e a koi fia ma. Tu rama o sa whapene e ei taimi e lape ai. Upo matala. Ai, o mātou tau mwhai a mātou te sawa wari. E tusa i porkalame. Whaapupu. U whārai titi aua so na whai ni fua. Ina i whai ngō fia hoi mautou. Melea, na tau whai atu tātou au lotu. Na tau whai atu. Nase mea e whai e mawhala mahenu. Na whai au tātou ka le sia ni toni. Tau anu tāu lia mu ma vea e whai ngā mea. Ale a ngaha whakitai. Siri fia e atu. O nei mātua. O nevo. Na mātou pai mai hoi mātou. O mau awai sa te ia mātou i meri lei, me whare lei. Awa o mātou, pātou. Pako i restanga te sāua. File mua nei to ina, o rāwe vesi, o lona leo file mu. Mo tafi unga se atua se ita o sesi. Ia pere fi eita fu. A ita ia mawawa, ia mau taini. Ai le ngana whakitaina e le ngana o tō mātua. Ia. Le ngana lo tua lea. E le foi nā watu. Na tātou whai tonu a, ta vai, e te foi noe au mai lo tua. Whakhitai o lea wa. Ma liulo tō tina, o lea foi maua mātou i nei. Se manu foi le maua. Ia la tau whai atu tātou lotu tāu wā, se mea e tāu i anu mwe e whai ngā mea. Mātou loro tō wanganga, o mātou loro tō wha moe. Mātou lei o mai soni. Te whai ase si me ese mai pau namo lea. Whaatau nu pēr kua mana lotu. Whaatau nu. Ia lea whaatau nu me tō nu morari e nā uru. Ia tō wha lea o lotu ai ngā lei. O mai e kaji i. Pasana na yo. Ia la res ku na usau.
O taro mangao le mafutanga i pele lo tua tina.
Mafutanga tina. Ia o le tau whainga lea mafutanga tina. Ia lea ele ngalo. Nei no mātua rātou amataina, ke la e no mātua te tei. Nei tari ame umai ata. Rātou a loko tātou maruenga. O iles. Ia, o le mea loko lea tina e lua. E lava. Moe. Ele me le sa foi sa ya ngal ma kama kinga ya ma diewa o kele fo mu waku
o mafutanga sa ya tina i yonga ti akon
ya o le lom tua foi ina uma vai to ina sa ti akon lom tua ya ma kai mi fo lom ka ma o ma ku ya sio ya mai
au ia fa loal dai
pasanga yo dia sa pasanga ka dia ko mai sa le skenge i korea Fia ke pusi. Kasi. Eafi. Kasi eafi ka la. Tia kono ngā.
Kalau mangao le kalau fala o telvou la malum ko sa ko le telvou.
Ia me alofa lea tatu o telvou tabai. Vai vai lo fa maongi. Ia fai ngora o telvou.
Afrika la.
Afrika la. Olan.
Ia le mama ya ile.
Ia. O mene sa o ka fefeka.
Ia.
Pa foi a mabai aku ko mabai mai.
Ia, le kakaria ma fa.
Ia. Tabai. O le ele ko eso ese si o ko lua. Mena ia. Mai.
Timpa. Timpa berkali. Timpa.
Kacai. Kiri ko pe ke ko le sa wi manganga.
Ai, farol.
Ia.
Le au ma kau mai.
Ia, fia papo ke pusi.
Ya. Lima, kai yo covid.
Lima kala.
Ia.
Ia. Tabai ma na i uso to fa fine. Ia no tu ai na ngat. Ke dei ku ma wa lungo la sa polu.
Ia.
Ia ma isi e no mo me ku ia. Me wa mo lima afte. Ia wa. Vai lava so sania tu. Ia mo a ko voio a foi me o mai asa si ka ko rompu ka ko sei pai teni ko pe. It's how we work. Yes. Ia te vai. Ele quer me upu. Nasi me wa au yaile. Sunga fai au maloloma. Le fionga ya fualo mato foi do tusi. Pa stai bo me pa stai. Ele i mo tato pa mo mo. O ko mali e foi para kuma ko solo no mo kaya. Ele ko foi misi mo. Ali. Ele ko foi mai. Eu vou uma longa hora. Pa stai pa no da ngama sa fi pa stai ya. O au mai. Au mai lo mo foi ke ka o ko mo ko ina. Ya, manguia ngai fiafi. Aquele foi o que saiu do pelo corpo. Não ia lá no carro. Não ia lá na meia escaria. Acaba com aquele. Mulher, para ir a chapa. Vai aqui mas vai lá tá. Vai lá. Ano água. Tá lá. Tá lá. O mamau, a tai lava mo upu whamawhanawhana, a pia fui, e le tō ahau i na musia, o tō warofa ma tō wanga le lei, a wale lei a tina, ma ona tiute i le tātou e kāle sia. Ai, ia se taimi se aso e i le aso lulu tātou toi kei loa i ai. Ai pui mea a wala pui e masani ai tātou. E le awa lava ma le awalo James. Kai lava. A mo le sauninga le lei afiafi. A malo whaftai. Wa fia loto. I le baai, i le teli wa. Io su mai a wale tātou sauninga le nei afiafi. Ia, me masani po i tātou, ia o le tautusi mua, mo le toi ina malolo, man malo, ia le rua ase. Ia, le sunga ia Henry, afi.
Ai se fa kai a Henry as ko mo melu po.
Yeah, Henry, because next Henry, on behalf of my family, we weren't sure what you guys were up to, but when my mum arrived, I heard at 1 o'clock in the morning you were at the funeral at this place, welcoming my mum and saying a prayer for her. Thank you very, very, very much indeed. And this is our small gift for your petrol that you and pushing with Muli there, or because Henry came with a very special person, the Whaitisi, the Tupasa Amoy, Walolo Nise, Tai Lava. Yeah, well, my voice my tongue tau talanga, ai foi le tamafutanga wa umana saungi I le whanau I tua, ai tātou whedawaki foi le aso lulu. Mole mo sui le sui me whai kena tātou fia, tātou toi tamafutanga me o tātou lunch. Le whaia I le Point Share Rugby League Club. 417 Point Share Road. The Lata I the beach, if you guys know where the beach is. Very on the side. If you don't know where it is, if you go to the beach, you're going to 10 o'clock is the service on Thursday. Yeah, from the Sua Joina, Papel Foi, the Sua Papelenga, Stolangi Henry, Papamanguia Uma, Fukuanga Stoinega Fiafi. Sorry, it's Wednesday, not Thursday. 10 o'clock at the PIC. Yes. Sorry, Louis. Swimming, I'm alone in that.
Take and walk. And take one. Not too far. That doesn't get it. Reverend.
O te tūnei mavivi atu, ma moni mau ilo ma manu. Awa, e pahia o e. O lo lelei ua o lai. O lo po o lai. O te tūnei mavivi atu, ma moni mau ilo ma manu. Hawa, e pahia o e.
E whamani ai loa tua. E whamani ai loa tua. Mo mea uma ua e whaia, ia tu mau ia te oele vina. E whamani ai loa tua.
Holo fine mo ua o lai. Holo alapa tunoa ua o lai. O te pese male oli sanga, i pamanu male pane tanga. E sili lo suapa i lalagi uma.
E whamani ai loa tua. E whamani ai loa tua. Mo mea uma ua e whaia, ia tu mau ia te oele vina. E whamani ai loa tua.
Holo ana lelei ua o lai. Holo malosi ua o lai. Ho te mapa